in their way, and you don't think so. I give the pioneers a lot of credit for at least having goodwill, but when they were faced with a situation that they perceived, maybe it wasn't true, that people were being unnecessarily aggressive and murderous towards them, then their murderousness came out and they responded doubly in kind. I'm not saying one caused the other, it's just that even in Africa today, look what happened in Burundi and Rwanda. When one group gets power over another, they often just go wipe each other out. In the Sudan now, what is going on there? I mean, it is a pathetic situation. They say, oh, that's being caused by whiting. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's all being caused by... Now, the last point I want to make there, about the people who went through their passports in Ghana and then went and grabbed them back, well, I can't remember the point I was going to make because it was a good point, but anyway. Go ahead.
Well, the point I wanted to say was, you know, you quickly are dismissive of...
I'm not trying to be dismissive, I'm trying to be fair.
Let me just say what I want to say.
Right.
I'm a student, I pay my tuition.
Well, hey, there are 65 students in this class, so we give them all
everybody can speak if they want. I mean, but what I wanted to say was,
the class has to go forward.
When you talk about Africa, you talk about such an uncivilized manner in such a horrible place. You found out it was worse than it was in America.
What? I said something was worse than America?
Well, no, you're saying that, oh, they went there and they were trying to get their passports and leave, and people came back and they...
Well, that's what happened, yeah.
But I'm just saying, you make those statements, you fail to recognize that this is a post-colonial Africa. Africa is the way it is because of colonial.
Well, that was the point I was going to make. Even though the Europeans were responsible for the slave trade, it was part of their economic game that they were playing, you know, taking...
I mean, they subjugated...
Okay, but who sold the people to the Europeans?
Yeah, my family in Nigeria was part of that.
Yeah, so
we didn't know we were selling to the chattel slaves.
Oh, come on.
It was not the same.
Why were you taking prisoners and going to the coast and selling them?
It was selling and it was taking. It was not only just selling.
All I'm trying to say, and I don't say anything's horrible or worse. I think again, I just like the fact that my words, which I try to be balanced in the kinds of things I'm saying, are twisted, and only the worst spin. Well, take it from Paul.
You're not being balanced. What you were saying, like, oh, look, go be on.
Well, you think this is balanced?
No.
You think Malcolm X is balanced? I'm trying to be. Look, all I'm trying to say is that human beings in a power situation, the stronger often behaves badly. Do you think the Romans were kind to their colonies?
They were very.
Huh? Oh, no. Power makes people behave in an oppressive way. I don't necessarily think it's corrupt. I don't think the Romans thought they were corrupt. I don't like those. I think that any people who has an advantage, population-wise, technological-wise, and every other wise over another people is often going to behave in overwhelming manner.
Since this class was on religion and not politics, could I say something?
Sure, go ahead.
It seems to me what we're given here to look at when we're looking at James Baldwin and Malcolm X is two different ways of individuals reacting to the pressures and oppressions that they felt. And I think that that's probably the thing, or that is the thing that I get when I think of Malcolm X or James Baldwin. Both of these people came from the same oppression, at least the way they perceived it. Both of them went to the same churches, and both of them had their own ways of coming out of both of those types of models into the world. Malcolm X had one way, and James Baldwin had another. And I think that in this class, as when we did the class on the native religions, that's what we're looking at, is the spiritual coming out, the spiritual ways of facing the society they're facing.
Well, let me finish up here, because regardless of what you say, you're paying your tuition and you have a right, yeah, sure, you have a right to speak, but we can't hold the class back because you have more than you want to say, because if everybody in a classroom had, a huge amount to say, no classes would ever get taught. No, I agree with that. I want you to understand that I didn't have to assign these things to the class. I don't have to show the Malcolm X movie. I don't have to read James Baldwin. I could actually just flush the whole thing and do something simple without getting into these deep things. I feel it's important.
Good.
I think it's important. My only feeling is that since I was doing this, I felt an obligation as a parent, as a teacher, as an older